Teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing.
You
Non-profit,
already
educational, or personal.
know.
I got some
This is
big
about to
tea.
be
You messy and you I'm a
good.
little messy too, but this ain't about me. This not about me. This ain't about me. I know I got limits.
Clock.
How was you well? How was you well?
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
Teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing.
You
Non-profit,
already
educational, or personal.
know.
I got some
This is
big
about to
tea.
be
You messy and I'm a
good.
little messy too, but this ain't about me. This not about me. This ain't about me. I know I got limits.
Clock.
How was you well? How was you well?
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me know if I sound janky or not to you guys because I know I have my AirPods and I think I left them in my car and I do not feel like getting dressed to go out to my car. Also, please excuse my tardiness. I was over on the clock at with my sisters and it was a little bit juicy and I lost track of time. I had got a couple of text messages and boxes and things like that, so I do apologize for being tardy to the party. And I did not prepare myself like I was supposed to. I'm just a whole mess over here. Like, it's really ridiculous at this point. Mary Beth, don't do me like that, Mary Beth. Oh my gosh. Hey, Jeanette. What's up, you guys? This is your girl, Summer, your host with the most, is coming to you for a live that's going to be all over the place, okay? I also would like this to be an open panel. I would like people to come up and give their own perspectives and opinion on some of the things that has been transpiring on this here intranet, okay? Because it has been a doozy for shoozy, okay? Today we're going to be focusing on something that I don't typically focus on, but I feel like some people might need a little lesson on some things because they are very much so like what I want to say, surface or just out of the loop, okay? And a lot of people are, especially when it does not affect you. A lot of people are just out of the freaking loop. Let me say this, shout out to the replay watchers. Thank you for watching the replay. If you catch the replay, make sure you hashtag replay in the comment section so I know you was here, because I appreciate you. I do. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. If you don't know how to find it, hit that X button over your live chat. It'll drop the live chat down and you will see the thumbs up option. You'll also see the share option. Both of those options are free. Sharing is caring. Share it out, till your heart is filled. Okay, let the people know we're live. I'm late, but I'm here. Okay? Um, I don't know why my dogs are so. Soon as I start to do something, here go my dogs. I think they just went out. It ain't even been 2 hours. And here I hear one of them dogs going, why are you whining, dog? I'm starting to think it's a setup. I'm starting to think like when I start to do something, they just have to get in on they just have to get in on it. They can't just mind their business. I'm starting to feel like that's what it's about, just intruding on what I got going on. Because what else would it be? What else would it possibly be? Y'all hit the thumbs up and share the live. Can we get at least 25 people in here before I start bumping my gumpers? And please let me know that y'all can hear me okay in here. Why are you whining, Zara? What's the problem? Girl? You look dusty. You look dusty. Oh, you what's just rolling around in the dirt? They want the attention too? They always want the attention. Where did your food bowl go? Who ate your food? Did you eat all your food? I don't think you did. Did they eat your food? Sorry, y'all. I'm getting these heathens together. Unfortunately. Where's everybody at tonight? Is it because I was late? Is everybody going because I was late? You know, we got two rules over here. I don't ask for much. I ask this, that if somebody else goes live that you are interested in watching, please go watch them and just don't announce it in the comment section. Appreciate it. And also, everyone is welcome here. You are entitled to your own view and your own perspective. The only thing that I ask is that y'all try not to do too much. Don't hit too low beneath the belt. Like, we can agree to disagree. Nobody has to argue. All is welcomed, okay? Hold on. Well, almost all is welcome. Because I would be lying if I said all is welcome. That wouldn't be truthful. Because there's some folks I definitely don't want to see over here. Not that many, but it's a few. Come on. Can somebody tell me how many likes we have? How many likes do we have? Oh, somebody else. I did check. I don't know who I missed. Maybe it's somebody who I don't watch. Okay, that's fine though. Ooh. Whew. Not my sister talking about, come on, one more for Team April. We need one more to have twins. What is wrong with people? So, I wanted to come on and I wanted to say this, okay? First of all, I came across, somebody called me and told me about a post or a comment that was made from my girl Jamie. And I was a little bit surprised by that because I didn't know that she felt this way. And I'm a little bit confused on what Summer she doesn't know. What about me is different today? Maybe she'll pop in and she'll let me know what she meant by her comment. I don't know if she responded to the post that I put up on YouTube, but it's there. If she wants to respond there, here, or in my inbox. I'm just interested, like curious to know what she meant. So it was a lot of people, or a few people, I'm not gonna say a lot, it was a few people confused about my live I did the other day, where my question was, what was the difference when that whole situation happened between Jack, when she was on May panel, and Big Reed decided he wanted to interject himself into females' beef and get smart with my girl when it had nothing to do with him. She said nothing to him. He wanted to get on there and disrespect her. But then fast forward to a few days ago, or rewind to a few days ago, instead of him dragging a female, he decided to get on a live to defend a female. And my question was, what is the difference? The only difference that I can point out in that scenario was skin color. Now, I don't know what people talking about, because I also saw a comment or two. I don't know who those people was, or maybe their names just don't look familiar, but apparently I always talk about race. I don't recall race or religion ever being a topic of discussion for me, but maybe I'm forgetting something. You guys can remind me if you would like in the comment section. Hey, Tori Boo. I don't recall race and religion ever being a topic of discussion or a point that I like to expound on when I be talking about things that happen on the internet, but maybe because I forget a lot of things, so maybe I'm forgetting something. But however, some people have expressed that that's what I always do, which kind of threw me for a loop. However, I had pointed out that the only difference that I could see is that one person was white and the other person was black. And I further went on to explain why. And someone in particular, Dramas and Doobies, allowed it to go over her head and made it seem like I was talking about people on a panel, and made it about May. It had nothing to do with May. Yes, May was brought up and she was used as an example because it was on her panel and she was the individual that was being defended. But my focus on that live that I did was not May. My focus was Big Reed and his actions. Even with May saying, I guess at some point that Big Reed supposed to have apologized, I ain't never seen the apology. I don't recall it happening on that live. Maybe it was a different live, and that's what people were saying. However, Jack said she never received an apology, so I don't know who he apologized to. But even so, I will go even further to say, like, it wasn't addressed right then and there. It was applauded. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, though, because I miss a lot of stuff. I don't watch everything to the end. But anyway, I was able to draw my conclusion or my thought process because this is something that Black women go through. Of course, I would not expect Dramas and Doobies to understand that. I also would not expect May to understand that, or anyone else who does not share the same skin color as me. So this was a history thing. This was me trying to figure out what was the difference. What would make Big Reed go on the panel and disrespect Jack? She ain't had nothing to do with you, but then come up on a live that had nothing to do with you to defend another woman after you had already disrespected another. And the only difference would be their skin color, right? So I was trying to understand, what the difference was. And I was like, could it be? And I was like, skin color. Now, for those of you who do not know, we as Black women have a history of being looked at as individuals who don't need to be protected, who are not valued. And I said that on my live. We are devalued. We are not looked at as individuals who have value, or they hold us as having value, or that needs to be protected. And the same things that they won't protect us for or find value in us for, they will then turn around and find value or a reason to protect someone who is who is white. That is just our experience as Black women. And so that's how race came in. Race came into the picture because I was trying to figure out what was the difference for a Big Reed. And I also said on that live that I could be wrong. And I'm never above correction. But instead of understanding where I was coming from, and I'm not crying, for whatever reason, my nose just got stuffed up. I need to blow it. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Hold on, y'all. I don't want y'all to think I'm crying on this live. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Like, I feel all congested all of a sudden out the blue. I took the dogs out. I don't know what happened. But historically, and even now in 2026, even though we just started, we as Black women have a history of Black men overlooking us and devaluing us, seeing no value in us, and then turn around and will provide protection, or see value in someone who is a white woman. That's just history. For those of you who may not know, even down to like the law, okay? And I know some people don't like to look at race. Oh, it's not about race. A lot of times it is, though. No matter how much you want to put your head in the sand, racism is there. Bias is there. People will value someone whose skin color is lighter than a darker person. It just is what it is. It has come down from generations to generations to generations, and can date back to however far you want to take it back, to slavery. It just is what it is. It's a part of society, unfortunately. And so that's how I was able to come up with my speculation and wondering like what the difference was, because it's a thing. No matter how many people don't want to see it, or want to say I don't see color in this, it is. Color is a thing. It's there, and it happens. So this is why I was able to speculate and wonder if that's what it was. But I also said in that live, like, I could be wrong. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Maybe it was another reason behind what Big Reed, why he did what he did. But no, I don't believe that all of a sudden, because he was reprimanded, like May said, all of a sudden he wanted to come up here and defend a woman. No, I don't think that was it either. I don't. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But someone like Dramas and Doobies couldn't see beyond her ass because of who she is. Now, and why she wanted to go on May's panel to address me, I don't know. I don't even know why she's still watching me when she has me blocked. That is, you blocked me because you're weird, but you still watch me and you still want to address me and you still want to make videos about me, but you block me. I thought the whole purpose of blocking somebody is so you don't see them, but you're still making a choice to come see them. That's I don't go watch people who I block. But I mean, to each their own. But hopefully you understand. Oh, my point that I was going to say. At one point in history, do you know that it was okay for a Black woman to be raped? Take the G off. It was okay for a Black woman to be raped. That was not against the law. However, if a white woman were to be raped, take the G off, it was illegal because they devalued us. And that is the thing that still happens today. Is a thing that still happens today. But if you're not in tune, or you're not in touch, or you're not willing to open your ears and listen, what I was trying to say would go over your head. And to make it about May was ridiculous. Not once was my point, not once was the point I was trying to make that May does not deserve to be respected or protected. That's never once was my message. I would never say that another woman should not be protected, no matter what race, religion, or creed they are. If a woman is in a position where she is being attacked, abused, or whatever, absolutely, I would love for someone to come to their defense. But in the same scenario where Big Reed played a part where a woman was being disrespected and he had nothing to do with nothing, in one instance he decided to jump in and get on the and get his licks in and berate a black woman and beat her down and disrespect her. But in this turn, he wanted to jump in, but instead of him being a part of the beat down and the disrespect, he wanted to come in and put his cape on and be a superhero. And for me, my opinion, my perspective, the only difference in this scenario was skin color. Another difference that I referenced was May actually allowed this person on the panel and gave him 2 minutes. She allowed it. Whereas though Jack went on the panel to address someone after being summoned about whatever they back and forth was, and she went and did what she do. You know what I'm saying? But the vast contrast for me was skin color. And like I said, could I be wrong? Yes. Could that not be his motive? Yes. But that's all I could see. Unless he want to come up and give a different perspective as to why he did one thing versus the other. I mean, because hindsight now too, he could have came up to defend May because she has a platform. Because I do recall that Big Reed is a stranger and he has a platform. He comes from another sector on YouTube, and I think was just scrolling by one day and randomly found May out of the blue, which I would question that too. Now all of a sudden he's coming up on the panel. Hey, Melly Mel. Hey, Steph. Now he's coming up on the panel. Could that have been a motive? Hindsight, me thinking about it? Possibly. Oh, let me defend May because she do got a panel. Maybe she could put me on. I don't know what his panel is like, or if he has a panel, or what his page is like. Maybe he's trying to grow a channel. Maybe it's clout. You know what I mean? It could be that too. I don't know. But yet and still, he still found favor in her for whatever his reason was to defend her. And I saw what I saw. But someone who was in that position, someone like Dramas and Doobies wouldn't be able to expand her mind and understand where I was coming from and made it minor as if I was trying to make it about May's skin color specifically. No, this is in general. Black men finding no value in black women, but then turn around and find value in white women. And like I said, this conversation is uncomfortable, but it's real and it's the fact, and it happens even today. In 2026, even though the year is just starting, this still happens today, right now. Right now, okay? So sorry that your small mind couldn't allow you to understand that, but maybe you understand now after a big conversation was had. Maybe you was able to open your mind and get where I was coming from and what I was trying to say. Or maybe for you, the way I was relaying it, or because you wasn't receptive to what I was saying, you couldn't see it. Because many people understood where I was coming from. Many people got it. Many people understood that it wasn't about May. Many people understood that it was a bigger picture. And many people understood that it was about Reed. Big Red or Reed or however you say his name, and not about May. But for whatever reason, it always turns into about May. I would never say she doesn't deserve to be protected. That would never be my message, and or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. It was another point that I wanted to make too. Damn, it was about that, and it was about something else that I wanted to talk about. Damn, it was something else I wanted to talk. I wanted to make an expound on. I can't remember what it was. But is Jamie in the comments? Because I would love for her to come up and explain her comment, like for me to understand where she's coming from. Because I said to her earlier, like a lot has changed, and I know she's friends with Dramas and Doobies now. Like she rock with her, and I'm very shocked by that. I'm very shocked by that. I'm very shocked by that. But a lot has changed in the last couple of months, like for people. But like, if y'all understand where I'm coming from in the comment section, we got 30 people in here. Hit the thumbs up. If y'all understand where I'm coming from in the comment section, put a yellow heart. If y'all are lost in how I could have come to this conclusion, put a blue heart. Yellow heart if you understand where I'm coming from, blue heart if you don't. Summer, you tripping. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And to say, like, how does he know that Jack was a black woman? What are you talking about? You can see her profile picture and see that she's a black woman. To me, it's very clear. A lot of people thought it's very clear that she's a black woman. And even to say, well, she came up on the panel and it was two black women fighting and he was no, he wasn't defending Mary or Kat or whoever she was talking to. He wasn't defending them. That's not a point to be made. Like, oh, it was two black women. No, he still got in the mix because he absolutely could have been like, whoa, y'all need to stop this. Y'all need to stop this fighting, y'all. What are y'all fighting? No, that's not what he did. He decided to come in and add to the chaos and disrespect the black woman. Cupcake, yeah, I am shocked. I'm shocked because I think I know Jamie a little bit, a lot of bit. Like we've had a lot of conversations. We was in close proximity, and when I mean close proximity, I mean with conversation and dialogue. She was an A1 day one. You know what I'm saying? And she was very passionate about certain things. Doxing was one of them. Kids was one of them. I mean, like how I came across Jamie and met Jamie and stuff like that. You know, she was very passionate about certain things. So for her to say she rocks, I'm surprised by some of her actions as of late. I'm surprised. I am. And then for her to say like, what is new about me? What's new about me? She said she don't know this summer. What summer doesn't she know? I'm curious to know I'm curious to understand what she means by that. That she doesn't know this summer. What about me has changed? I curse a little bit more. Yeah, I guess. I've always been a little bit more loose lip behind the scenes, though. It's just a little bit more loose lips on the panel. That's been happening over time gradually. So, what's new? Oh, I know what else I wanted to touch on now. The whole R word that people are offended by. Let me tell you this. Not that it excuses it or nothing like that. And I'm not going to act like I don't understand because I understand that the R word is sensitive and that it can be considered, what's the terminology? Is it a slur? That is a word that you shouldn't use. I can absolutely understand that. And even though I don't use it in terms of trying to berate or belittle somebody with a disability, I can understand how people are offended by that. I didn't even realize that I said it. I say it so much, like in my talk, I guess just in general, because the way we use it, that I didn't even realize it until one day, when I first offended Droppins and Doobies in my comments when she got all up in arms or whatever about me saying it. Jack was like, you always say that, friend. I'm like, do I? I didn't even realize like I be saying it or, whatever like that. I understand like that is a sensitive topic and people don't like to hear it. I'm not going to act like I don't. The last couple of times that I've used it, I've definitely did it on purpose. I definitely used it on purpose and I had my own reasons for doing so. Y'all don't know what my reasons were for doing so. It was to annoy Dramas and Doobies because I know she doesn't like it. But does it make it right? No. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, yeah, derogatory. That's the term I was looking for. Derogatory. Like, it's a derogatory term. I understand it. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I don't understand it. I'm not going to sit up here and act like, oh, well, get over it. No, I'm not going to do that. I understand that is wrong. And I don't intentionally, until this last like 2 or 3 times I said it, it was intentionally that I said it. But it's not something that I set out to say or do. And it's not something that I will just purposely say and ignore how people feel about it. So for those who I offended by it, who I wasn't trying to reach, that's my apology. I apologize to y'all. But for those who are like, oh, I don't mess with her no more because she said it, feel how you feel and do what you do. As a minority woman, I can relate. I cannot understand a Black woman's walk, but I definitely have been a part of the discrimination. Hey, Jack Fat. It does bother me that they set up on that panel attempting to justify, and the justification was incorrect of the point being made. They can pretend to get it, but until they can walk in our shoes, they can only speculate. Right. That's the word I was looking for, though. I'm not going to act like I don't know that the word is derogatory. I definitely said it on purpose these last couple of times, and it definitely just was to annoy Dramas and Doobies because I know she doesn't like the word, but I don't give a shit what she doesn't like. But I do apologize for those who were offended by it because my word was not meant to hit nobody else. But I know sometimes you can't control where bullets go. You know what I'm saying? You can't. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to act like I don't know that it's offensive to some. And I know society in these days is really sensitive. It's words that I don't like, that I think is crazy, but not something I'm not going, certain things like are not going to have me stop I don't know. Like, we all got our own boundaries. But, like, I'm not going to ignore or act like I don't understand. Like, that offends people. So, I just want people to know that. But that was pretty much, like, all I really had to say. For real, for real. I was supposed to have, like, make some points and stuff like that. But after I went back, after I listened to Jack live, because I never really heard what Dramas and Doobie said, because I didn't go back to rewatch the live. I came in and seen everybody saying my name. And then I heard, like, what May was saying and stuff like that. And I'm like, so today when I heard Jack live, and I'm like, she made it about May. It had nothing to do with May. And the point was so far over her head, like, it was insane. Like, it was insane that you couldn't grasp, like, where I was coming from. But that's likely because you weren't listening. And that's just that on that. It's an uncomfortable word and is reflected as the same as calling LGBT community or African Americans derogatory. Right, like, I understand. Well, maybe. I ain't gonna fight with you on that, though, Tori. I'm not gonna fight with you on that. 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 Because you're entitled to see things how you see it. And I'm gonna see things how I see it. I don't know if I put it on the same playing field, though. But I'm not here to argue what's on a higher playing field and what's on a lower playing field. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I'm here to do. Because we have a lot of differences in how we see certain things or words or things like that. And you are correct, Mel. All minorities have their own experiences, but the one thing all minorities have in common is that white were always lifted as being better than us and having white privilege. Hey, Janky Drill. That's true. That's true. Even in the Black communities, like, having lighter skin puts you on a pedestal a lot of times. I think we're getting better with it as time goes on, but people legit bleach their skin to be lighter because you are given more respect, or you are more inclined to be looked at for something and given an opportunity for something because you have the lighter skin. This is the whole reason why DEI was put into place, so that people had a fair opportunity. It wasn't to give a certain amount of Black people positions who are unqualified. It was to give the same opportunity to people who were of different cultures and ethnicity groups, the same opportunity, because they also qualified the chance to get a position versus just being overlooked because of their skin color. But people don't get it. You deaf will not. You already right. I know how you feel about it. We shall forever agree to disagree, and it's okay. And it's okay to agree to disagree. That's what we do over here. We don't have to see everything eye to eye, but it's some stuff, no matter what your position is, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Which is like attacking a kid is wrong, regardless of who do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think most of us will agree to that. I don't know anyone who would disagree that attacking a kid, is right. I don't know anyone in their right state of mind who would agree to that. I don't know anyone that will agree to doxing someone is okay. I think most of us agree that that's wrong. I don't know anyone that would agree to threatening someone's life is okay. I don't think anyone would agree to taking something from the internet and going off the internet is okay. I don't think anyone would agree to, because someone put something in your face to make you face your own hypocrisy, that then turning around and doing something that has nothing to do with the internet because they got under your skin, going too far left is now okay. I think, like, a lot of us could say, be on the same playing field with some stuff. Like, we all agree racism is not okay. You know what I mean? But some stuff we're going to differ. We're going to agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Just like I had an issue with, I don't think a man disrespecting a woman is okay, whether it's on the internet or off. I had that opinion. I spoke out about it, but there were people who felt like it's the internet, like Dramas and Doobies, Lady J, XYZ, people like that. It's the internet. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But until it becomes someone who is your actual friend, who you rock with, who you really got loyalty to, who you find value in, then it's like, no, that's not okay. But if it's not okay for your friend, then it shouldn't be okay across the board. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't have a problem with things until it directly affects them. And that be the big problem. And that's why things end up going the way that they go a lot of times. Because if you don't agree with something and it's not okay, then you don't agree with something and it's not okay. Let's not only speak up and speak out against things when it happens to the people that you like. You know what I mean? And that's what happens a lot of time on the internet. Nobody feels no type of way. Nobody make no moves. Nobody say nothing until it's them. Then when it's you, it's, oh my God, they're wrong. Well, they was wrong when they did it to Susie. They was wrong when they did it to Jack. They was wrong when they did it to Kim. They was wrong when they did it to Cam. They was wrong when they did it to Peter. But nobody said nothing in those situations. It was like, that ain't my business. I don't know nothing about it. It's the internet. I don't know. And then when it hit close to home, then it's problematic. When I say I'm not okay with doxing, I'm not okay with doxing across the board. It could be myself, it could be Jack, it could be Tibby, it could be May, it could be Lady J, it could be Dramas and Doobies, it could be anybody. I'm not for that shit. I'm not for that shit. I don't pick and choose who I'm gonna say is wrong against. No, if I'm gonna speak up, if I know about it, I'm gonna say it was wrong. Just like I be like, I don't agree with people streaming people live while they live. I'll do the whole thing like with the whole commentary thing. That's one of the big reasons why I don't watch Connie. Because one of the reasons I don't watch Connie is because she do kind of similar to what I do. She don't call herself a blogger, but she cover other people's content, which is what I do for the most part, right? So that's one of the biggest reasons. But another reason is she stream May while she's live. And I don't agree with that. Just like if I'm in Jack Live and Jack go put somebody live on that streaming live, I click off Jack Live if I want to go watch it, and I go watch they live. I don't even support Jack Live when she do it. Why? Because I don't agree to it. I don't pick and choose what I condone over here versus what I condone over there. I'm straight across the board. You know what I mean? So, but everybody not like that. But don't be up in arms now. But that's when everybody want to feel some kind of way. No, it was cool the other day when it was Susie. Why is the problem now that it's Jake? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying people gotta be out here fighting nobody wars or nobody's beef. I'm just saying be who you are across the board. Don't pick and choose when you're gonna show up. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna show up here, don't show up there. And nobody can tell you that either, but I just think it's corny. I think it's corny. Oh, it was other stuff I wanted to talk about in that live that I didn't get to talk about. But how do y'all feel about, and I'm jumping around now because I just remembered, how do y'all feel about watching, so it's two things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Yaima getting booted off that live, and I want to talk about Cat watching Connie while she was on May's live. Watching something and not saying anything is the same, if not worse, than a person committing the action. So let's go in reverse. May was on live. That live was popping. I don't think I've seen. She had 1,000 people on her live the other day when she did her apology live. Oh, that too. I'm so disappointed in May. Oh, I know a lot of people always like, oh, you don't never see, you be da-da-da-da-da. This is a one-time situation where it like blew up in my face. I was so proud of May, thinking she was turning over a new stone. She was going to do things a different way, that she seen she really needed to take some time to herself, reevaluate things, and really try to figure out how she can do better as a person, only for it to be bullshit. Only for it to be bullshit. That she never. Now, I remember listening to one of her lives and hearing somebody snore in the background, but I thought it might have been Whitney. I'm like, oh, well, if her and Whitney laying in the same bed, that's still her wife, whatever. But now people say that it was Scorpio, and I don't know if it was Scorpio, but I remember, like, y'all remember the person snoring in the background? That was Scorpio. That was da-da-da-da. But for her to get on live the other day and say, no, she's still with Scorpio, but she not with women. I'm like, after you did that whole apology live saying what you said, you did that whole apology live saying what you said about, being by yourself. You're going to be alone. You're going to, go see a therapist and work on you. You're not worried about no relationships and this, that, and third, to you still with Scorpio? I felt like a slap in the face, like, boom, you stupid asshole. They've been telling you time and time again that she be on that bullshit. Now, I know she on that bullshit, all along, but I know for this situation right here, it was a big slap in the face, because I really thought she was turning over a new leaf and she was really going to do things different, only for her to turn around and do the same thing, the same way. I'm so deflated. She a grown woman at the end of the day. She going to do what she want to do, but I'm like, damn, you just sat up here and just lied in my face like that. Now, dang well that was a grown man snore. I don't know. I said, she just lied in my face like that. I was so excited that she was doing things different, only to find out It was bullshit. And if that part was bullshit, then would it be a safe assumption to say all the rest of it was bullshit? Yep. I mean, because once you are looked at as someone who is not trustworthy or truthful, rather someone who's not truthful, you can't really accept nothing that comes out the person's mouth. You can't. Just like I said about the girl Amora, when we found out she lied about, for those who followed that story, Amora lied about the truth, and she forced some fake photos in this file to make it seem like he was that he had abused what's her damn name, Brianna, and we found out that the pictures was not the abuse photos from him, but it was actually abuse photos from her current boyfriend slash baby daddy. I can't believe nothing else that you said, because you are a proven liar. And not only that, we know you're gonna do what you have to do to make your story stick. So it's the same thing for me. Like, not that it affects my life in any way, but now I have to question everything. Now I gotta question, like, God damn, dang man, like, why you do that? Why you do that? Y'all hear me? People calling my phone. Can y'all hear me? Microphone check. Microphone checker 1 2 1 2. Okay. So I was very disappointed in finding out that it was all a crock of shit. I was very just crock of shit, just terrible. Now, what was the other two things? Oh, Yaima getting booted off that live. Now, Yaima and Miss Nico came up there. It was supposed to be for an interview, right? And in the midst of that live was bumping. She had like 600 people on there. I don't typically see that many people on May's live, and people were actually engaging. I mean, the comments was moving. They was moving. They was moving. I'm like, this live was bumping. It was enjoyable. Everybody interacted. Everybody got questions. They not just talking about mess. They was bringing other conversations up that other people could kind of get in tune with. It was a really, really, really good live. It was a really good live. We getting into it. We ain't even get to the interview part. Boom. May like, oh, Yaima, I can't pretty much ensure I can't fuck with you. You can't be up here. Maybe I don't got no beef with you, but you disrespected my girl, so you gotta go. You disrespected my best friend, so you gotta go. I'm like, who she talking about? Who she disrespect? What happened? I'm trying to figure out what happened. Then we found out it had something to do with Cat Cat. Somebody text me in the middle of this live. I'm like, I'm like, why would y'all text her in the middle of a live where she's making money? This is May's livelihood. This is my personal opinion. This is May's livelihood. May has sat with some of the grimiest of grimy people that has done her so wrong that, in my opinion, she should never, ever, ever sit with. She should never let into her personal space. But business is business for her. And because she is I mean, shit, she wasn't the only person on that panel that has done grimy stuff. It was other people that was on the panel that have done May wrong. From my understanding, at one point, even Cat Cat herself was drinking the Kool-Aid that other people drink about May and wasn't fooling with May when she was over on Yaima's side. From my understanding, she was believing the things that Yaima was putting out. You know what I mean? So, like, now you a bestie. I don't know what Yaima did to Cat Cat, but I ain't never heard about it. So is this just a personal beef between y'all? And why was it so important that it had to be brung up in the middle of a live where she was making ducats? Why did it have to be brought up in the middle of a live where she was making ducats? Now, of course, for May, now I will say this. I feel like May is loyal to a default for certain things. I know a lot of people don't see that about May. But I have experiences where, like, with May myself, where, like, if you ain't fucking with somebody and you express like you ain't fucking with somebody, if you really put it out there, like, I ain't fucking with somebody, nah, this, nah, that, she ain't fucking with them either. I can say that for myself. So knowing this about May, I thought that it was real kind of foul that in the midst of her making her coins, that would have had to been sent at that point. I feel like it should have been a conversation after the live. Let May do what she do. It's not like Yaima was a permanent panelist on the panel. She just came up to come do what she do. And I'm like, if that's the case, Cat Cat sits on Dark Side, and anyone and everyone is welcome up there. From my understanding, I don't even know if anyone is barred. Like, is Tibby barred from coming up on Dark Side? I don't know. But why mess up May making money? Like, I think it should have waited until after that. To me, I think that was selfish. I think, and this has nothing to do with how May feel, how Cat feel, how nobody else feel. If it were me and May was on a panel with someone who I absolutely ain't fuck with, because whatever my reasons are, I would have just sat back and let her make her money. It ain't my panel. It ain't my money. It ain't my income. Go ahead and do what you do. May sit with a lot of people who she shouldn't sit with. And because she's sitting with someone who you don't mess with for some money purposes, I just thought that was corny. That's my perspective, my opinion. Some people may not feel the same way. Whatever works, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if she in relationships with hoes, I shouldn't have said that. If she in relationships with people who have legit had plans to put the cops on her, and while in relationships with her has called her the P word or the M word, and fell out with her and then got back with her saying the same things. If she could sit with people like that, I don't understand how your feelings had anything to do with your personal beef with this issue. This person had anything to do with May's panels. This is May's panels. Like, I could see if it was their panels and like this is your pages and your page and how you make money. That would be one thing. But this is somebody else's income. I don't think it had nothing. It ain't have nothing to do with you. Like, you feel how you feel and you're entitled to feel how you feel. And you set your boundaries with people, but to express, I just think it's corny. But like I said, we all different. Like, even when me and May were friends, I would have never put her in a position where, oh no, I really feel some kind of way. You got this hoe on your panel and I don't fuck with them. No, go make your money. That's your page. I don't have to be up here. This is your page. Do what you do. If you got somebody up here that I don't like, I'm gonna drop down. I'll come back up when they leave. But I would never impede on her making no coins, especially when it was bumping. And Cat Cat don't bring no income to the page. I mean, she's a friend, and that's cool, right? And I'm not saying that her friendship doesn't mean anything, but this is business. Like, this is work. Like, business and your friendship is two different things. I feel like it's not the same. Like, it's people. I've messed with Jack. Jack is my girl. There's a lot of people that Jack, chit chat and da 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 da. I don't. No, never would. Absolutely not. But I'm never gonna be like, oh no, you got too many. I'm not. No, that don't have. This is her page. This is how she operated. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. But I thought that was corny, and that live was dumping. Then everybody left. After that happened, it kind of dwindled down, and the numbers, when. But I was like, damn, that joint was dumping. Like, it could have waited. Another thing was Cat Cat was on the panel one night, and they was like, every time she came off mute, you could hear Connie live. What is the purpose of watching Connie while you're on your friend's live? Like, while you're supporting her? So I don't get it. I'm not on the inside, so I don't know if they got some type of Operation Take Connie Down going on or something, and they trying to catch Connie in something, which would be hard to believe because from what I have learned and from what we see on the internet, May not really taking those steps to go do nothing to nobody. She's not finna go. She's not in a position or finna go call the cops or file charges. I don't see her ever doing anything like that. So I'm trying to understand, even if that were the case, I don't understand, if you here to support your girl, why are you listening to Connie's live while you're on? Why are you listening to Connie's live while you're on live with your girl who you're supposed to be supporting? So you ain't paying this no attention. You paying this attention because obviously you're trying to catch something and likely report stuff back of what you're seeing in the comments for people who likely supposed to be supporters of hers, or you waiting to see if Connie say something, slip up and say something. But why? Why? Even I had this conversation in the past, like, why can't I don't understand that. That's like if you work at a restaurant and someone your friend don't like comes in and you don't serve them, this is your job. A friend wouldn't interrupt. Right, right, Dawn Marie. Exactly. Great example. Great example. Not these goddamn. Don't be complaining about the ads. That's how I get paid. Now, don't be acting like them people, Steph. Don't be acting like. Girl, I done kicked my own self out of the damn live. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I done kicked my own self out of the live. But I just was like, that is crazy. That was crazy to me for them to be on live and for Cat Cat to be actively listening. And you can hear Connie's voice. So it's no doubt about it that she was listening to Connie live. Why would you, why? I don't I don't know. Like I said, I don't have no insight. I'm not made friend. Like it's not like I got no insight on behind the scenes of what they got going on. Maybe they got some secret operation going on where they trying to catch something or whatever that where they really trying to build some type of case or something like that. But even still, why would you need to watch it while you're on a live? You're not really adding no value to the live. So why not come on the live and go ahead and listen to Connie live to go catch whatever you're trying to catch live? Like, because I know the best time to watch something is while it's live, because if something happened, you catch it firsthand versus giving a person an opportunity to go back, because you can edit the lives after you get off live on YouTube. So why not just go watch her live and then report whatever it is you feel like you need to report? It's not like, and this is not no shade to Cat Cat, but you're not adding any value to the panel. It's not like anyone is there to watch you. Like, and or any of the, so you not being there or being there won't make a difference. Like, not unless you're just there because May wants you there, for whatever, I don't know for what reasons. Like I said, I'm not, I'm just speaking from what my opinion is. I booted myself, not Steph dropped me, but I thought that was crazy as hell. Like, she was listening to and I feel like that wasn't the first time like we've heard Connie in the background of a May live. Like, that's insane. Especially like when y'all have expressed y'all don't like Connie. Most of them don't like Connie. They don't fool with Connie. They don't like how she do May. So why would you be actively listening, helping her make money too? Like, I don't understand that either. Like, actively listening to Connie, helping Connie make money. The same person, you're putting money in the pocket of someone who you feel like is taking money out of your friends, your best friends' pockets, giving her 2 red cents towards her income. I don't care if my view is only $1. I'm not putting $1 in your pocket if I feel like you taking money out of my girl's pocket. And that's what I think. I think, and like I said, this is my assumption from how I feel. I think because Connie will literally go live, and this ain't no shade, this is just facts, Connie, whatever. Connie literally goes live when May goes live, plays her live while she's live, and that prevents people who want to see the live happening when it goes on from needing to go to May live, because they can just catch it over on Connie's. So they don't have to pay May. They don't have to, I mean, not pay May, so they don't have to help May get paid. Like, now there are some people that just can't help themselves. They have to be in the live. They got to go over there. They got to say something. They be in Connie live and May live. But you have people that want to see it but refuse to pay, help May get a check, so they go to Connie's live to watch. It's a genius. Feminine Affairs has figured out how to capitalize off of this, baby. It's genius. You know what I'm saying? So like, to be a person adding to Connie's pockets, to me, is in freaking insane. It's insane. Like, it's insane to me. Nobody here to see you, Otis. Steph, what is wrong with you, Steph? They are talking about Cat Cat. They talking about Cat Cat. I said it doesn't make any sense for Cat Cat to be on a live. If she wants to watch Connie, she should just go watch Connie versus being on a live with May, playing her live while she's supposed to be on her friend's live. Just go watch Connie live, because nobody is there to see her. Nobody is there to see her. Yes, it's a movie reference. Nobody's here to see you. The 5 Heartbeats, I think it's the 5 Heartbeats. Nobody here to see you, Otis. Nobody here to see you, Otis. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Let them know that you understand. Yeah. They not there to see, and this ain't no disrespect to Cat Cat. It's just facts. Nobody here to see you. So to be actively listening to Connie on Maze Live is crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. The Temptations, yeah, the Temptations done. The Temptations, yeah, done. David Ruffin, baby. David Ruffin. Steph, I even got the reference, and I'm the one always Dawn Marie, I told you, she worse than you now. I told you, Steph is worse than you now. It is what it. She worse than you now. It's it. She done dropped the ball a couple of times with references. She done dropped the ball a couple of times with references. Okay. She done dropped it a couple of times. I'm gonna drop the link real quick and see if anybody want to come up. It was something else that I wanted to cover. I can't remember what it was. It was something though. Maybe to come to my mind while I'm up here. How many likes we got, y'all? How many thumbs up we got for the live? How many thumbs up we got for the live? Because I know it's probably 40 people who don't like me listening in, and 5 people who support me. Those are the ones active in the comments. Mel, Tori, Steph, Dawn, Kathy. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. That's about right. Well, I'm hot. I'm doing too many theatrics over here. I'm hot. 17? Can I get 3 more likes? There's 40 people in here. Can we get 20 likes? May never going to get it together. In my opinion, I could be wrong. But I don't see how she will ever figure out how she could change her habits and do better if she doesn't allow herself to sit by herself and figure out her, and how she could stop making the same decisions. And also, I don't know how she met this guy, Scorpio, but she needs to be careful. Not that she needs to be scared to live life, because life is going to life. But the internet is weird, and I don't know how she met him, whether it was off the internet or not. But and a man at that, I would be very skeptical, because you just never know somebody's intentions. No, they don't like me. They just hoping to hear something. Why we gotta kiss your booty, Steph? Why we gotta kiss your booty? In the meanwhile, I'll see if anybody else want to come up. My anniversary was yesterday. My 5-year anniversary was yesterday, and I wrote a song for my husband. I had been wanting to do that whole write a song thing. I've been seeing it online for like the last 2 years. But when I would go check it out and want to go do it, it was like $200, $300, $400. I wasn't paying $300, $400. I just not. Like, I definitely think my husband is worth more than that, but I'm frugal when it comes to money, okay? I'm just not spending it on anything. So I finally was able to do it. And when I say I'm in love, I'm in love. I'm in love. And his response to the song was everything. Everything. Now, I didn't publicize it. I let him hear it, and I said he could choose whether he wants to publicize it or not, but I love it so bad. Not Steph was here looking for Otis. Hey, Jeanette. She said, I'm just here cooking. What you cooking, Jeanette? What you cooking, Jeanette? Hey, Jack, mother fat.
Hey, friend.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm fine. What's going on with you?
Nothing, girl. I thought I would just come up and say, hey, you know.
I know you probably came in towards the middle to the end of the live. Did you hear how I responded to the whole white and black thing?
I caught a little bit of it. I was cooking.
I'm just like, my message just was like, of course people don't understand and don't get it. You know what I mean? But it's a bigger picture than just like, enough was about me, and it's a bigger picture. And a lot of people just refuse to either see it because people don't like to look at color. But it's a fact. It just is what it is.
And then to have people saying, right, oh, y'all just make everything about race. I'm sorry I gotta wake up every day and be black.
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry that makes you feel uncomfortable. Not
right. Hey, Secret Squirrel. And I'm just confused about, though, like, I'm like watching your live. I don't feel like you make everything about race. Like when we talk, when you up here, you talking shit, and you covering your stories. I don't ever feel like it's like, oh, because they're black or they're white. I'm like, even beyond that, like us having to wake up and have the skin color that we have, like I don't feel like that's ever the baseline of how we report.
Yeah. And it's not just that. People don't want to be held accountable because you sat there and you listened to it and you didn't speak up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to be held accountable. So if they have to sit in it and say, well, dang, that did happen, or dang, it is that way. Now you got to face facts that you were complicit because you sat there and you said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Some people don't see it, or some people don't understand. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But as a woman who wakes up every day and she's Black, and I have children that are Black, I have a mother that is Black, a brother that is Black. We see it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we know what it feels like to not be protected.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately. And then I had made a point, like, a lot of times, like, everything is like, it ain't my business. I'm bending iron it and I ain't got nothing to do with it until it's at your front door and or happening to somebody who you find value in.
Right. And now everybody's supposed to be up in arms. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that, or I can't believe they said that. But when it was them, it wasn't a problem. It's a problem now that it's you.
Mm-hmm. Right. I keep tapping my screen like we're still on TikTok. Yeah, that's what says. A lot of times, like, we have a problem with it, but because it ain't at our front door and it's not happening to somebody who we like or find value in, it's like, oh well. And then the minute it happens to somebody who you find value in or to you, now it's, oh my God, the ceiling is falling. No, like what happened yesterday when it was happening to I don't know, Sammy. You know what I mean? Like, why are we picking and choosing what our boundaries are? Like, if I say something is foul, it's foul. Like, if I don't co-sign something, I don't co-sign something. It shouldn't be an exception, like, because it's my friend.
Right. And somebody asked in the comment, do you think he knew you was Black? First thing first, I get it. I get it. Some of y'all feel like, oh, that person sounds cultured, or she sounds urban. Can we stop it, please? Can we just really stop it? There's no way nobody heard me and thought I was Asian. Ain't nobody heard me and thought I was Asian. You didn't think I was Indian. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Let's not say that. How would he have known that she was Black? That's your argument. Oh, he didn't know she was Black, so that can't be the thing. If you gotta say it, then you might be a problem. Just
because why is that the fight? Because if that's the argument, how do you know that he didn't know?
Right. No.
Because if you can ask it, I can ask you, how did you know that he didn't know?
Right. How does anybody on here know that I'm Black?
You could be purple.
It probably could have been when I called him the N-word while I was cussing him out. I called him the N-word while I was cussing him out.
They didn't even have that thing over top of that live when you was up there. It was just y'all pictures was as clear as day.
It could have been when I called him the N-word that he knew I was Black. Like, oh, either she's Black or she's racist.
One or the other.
Okay.
That's what Maze Panel said. He didn't even know you were Black. They don't know what they don't know what he knew.
They don't know. They just trying to justify their own bullshit. That's it.
Like, I ain't never seen Big Reed picture, but he Black. I assume he Black. Is he white? Is he Puerto Rican? Is he Asian? I assume he was Black. I never seen his.
If I'm wrong, correct me. But I'm 98% sure he Black, and the other 2% is him being fat.
Oh my God.
98% sure he Black, and the other 2% he fat. It's okay.
Oh my God, man. But that was that. That was just that. Like, people when you small-minded or you don't want to see the big picture, like, of course all you would take from it was I was depicting that May doesn't deserve to be protected. That had nothing to do with nothing. That was the furthest from my point. It simply was Big Reed was on here a few weeks ago trashing a woman, a Black woman at that. And now the other day, now you on a panel defending a woman that's a white woman. What's the difference? The only
Mind
difference.
you,
Come
a
on.
white woman that let this man up, knowing
Mm-hmm.
that he had a problem with her,
I
and
said
then
that.
disrespected him first and called him the B word 35 times.
That's what I said. I said then in this situation, she allowed him up, and even if we argue the point, she didn't know that was him, so he came up there. After he came up and she knew who he was, she said, "You got 2 minutes." She gave him the floor, knowing what way he was gonna go.
Right.
So what are we? What's happening? But
So
since you
when you
can I
say
ask
the
you?
cry part out loud, we the problem.
We the problem. It's us. We the problem.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is.
I'm always talking about race and religion.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm always talking about people, race and religion. I'm always talking about skin color. Apparently, I don't fucking know. Maybe
And I
I'm.
feel like people say, I ain't gonna say I feel like people actually said we're too sensitive. We're too sensitive. They make everything about race.
We're too soon. Oh, why people? Ooh,
Baby, we too
Ew.
sensitive.
Ooh,
We too sensitive.
that's the problem right there.
Um,
That's the problem right there.
um,
But I guess it is what it is.
the most unprotected and undervalued people, period, is a Black woman. But
Mm-hmm.
we're too sensitive. Um,
I'm gonna go see got a therapist so I can work on that.
you want to see your therapist?
I'm gonna go see if I can find me a therapist to work on stop being so sensitive.
Oh, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I told you.
Cinderella.
I'm gonna tell you. You might want to cut this out your life. I told him. I said, "Hey, when you tell the people that said that I was sensitive, I definitely do apologize for being Black, wholeheartedly. I'm so sorry. I don't know what Jesus was thinking, but I'm not gonna change the way I feel. So they can kiss my whole ass
Oh,
and suck the rim of my asshole. And when they get done, they can block me, so they don't gotta see it no more."
wait a minute. The what of your what?
Yeah, they don't. You don't even gotta watch it no more. Since I'm so sensitive now, and if you find a problem with that, and oh my gosh, what did she say to me? You the sensitive one.
Wait, do your butthole have a run?
Yeah, it's called a sphincter.
Oh yeah, it is
It's the
called
part
that.
that grip it.
Oh, the grippy parts. Oh,
Yep, that part.
all right. That was very specific.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Cinderella dressed in yellow. Cinderella dressed in yellow. Oh my gosh. Let me ask you something since you up here. How
Mhm.
did you feel about Yaima getting dropped from that panel? I was thoroughly enjoying that live.
And I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not a friend of sausage party legs. I'm not a
Oh
fan
my
of her.
god.
But I will say that live was bumping. Not gonna lie. It was bumping. It was really bumping. And it was one of those lives where you have to be in the comments so that you can comment to be engaged with the conversation.
Yes, you had to be there while I was live. And
You
it
had to be
wasn't even messy. It wasn't even like about the mess at that. Like,
right. And let me tell you something, because I do frequent Connie's live. Connie doesn't really cover the Maybay Life page. She covers the dark side, right? So the people that didn't catch it would have had to watch it over there with May.
oh damn, I ain't know she didn't cover the Maybe Life page.
No, she don't really cover the Maybay Life page, because it's not really the drama. It's not really what things pop off it. And that wasn't really like a pop off live. That was just like a very fun, interactive live. And I will say that it was very interactive. It was jumping. It was going.
Yes, that thing was bumping, and then bloop, Yaima was going. I said,
And it like changed the mood. Everybody felt a little awkward. You can hear it on the panel, like, and you can even hear it like, oh, well, let's go to dark side because that died. I really feel like that was a bad move.
Yeah, that sucked for sure. But
if you work at Walmart, if you and your friend work at Walmart together, and a bitch you don't like working third shift, and your friend just so happened to get a third shift, you don't say, don't work third shift with her. Don't you work third shift. Just tell them you can't work that shift.
I just don't get your money.
What?
Right. What?
Girl, I'm gonna go in here and stock these shelves, and if she need me to help her stock her shelves, I'm gonna help her stock her shelves.
Right, I'm gonna go make this money.
I gotta get this bag. What are you talking about?
I got things to do. I'm going through some shit. I might have to move. Like, what are you talking about? I can cover this
And it
phone
couldn't
rent.
have been that serious because don't nobody know what the beef was. Like, it couldn't have been
Nobody.
that serious.
I don't know what it was. I don't recall. I don't know. Like, and then I'm like, it's not even a public thing. Like, nobody knows about it. It sounds like, but you or
Yeah.
whoever was involved in these. Everybody is wondering what happened. I mean, I don't watch Connie, but did Connie say? Was she able to say what happened? Did she know?
No, she
So
didn't.
nobody, not even Connie, know.
No. Mm-mm. And they don't care to elaborate on it. But what I will say is, hold on, I'm cracking the egg. What I will say is to pull some shit like that and then turn around because you clearly snatched money out her mouth. That was a dope ass.
Yes.
You clearly snatched money out of her mouth only to turn around and go watch her op and put money in her pocket. Because
Girl.
you're not even watching May, so May not even getting money for you being on the panel.
No.
All of that, you should be in the comments watching the live so your friend can make money.
Now maybe she got another device running. To hear me go giving her the benefit of the doubt.
The
Maybe
other
she got 3
device
devices.
running got Connie playing on it, friend. It got Connie on it. That's how we hit it. The other device got Connie on it.
Keka is a hater. She's a homegirl. No one wants to so she hates on your little. She hates on what? She hates on your little date, mid-date. Not hate on your date in the middle of your date. Like, girl, why you go out with him? Ew. Like, don't text me while I'm on a date.
No, that's that friend that see you on a date and call you and say, "What you doing?"
Knowing you on a date.
What? I'm eating free lobster. What do you want?
That's the friend that they was talking about on that TikTok live, the hating friend that be cock blocking because she's, you know what? Let me stop because I don't want.
Yeah, you know, like they be out with the friends and he be like, "Hey, can I get your number?" Nah, you don't need my friend number because she don't even date men like you. Like, girl, back up. Yes, I do. He drive a Porsche. Yes, I do date men just like him. I heard you beat
Somebody
women.
said Connie doesn't know it wasn't hitting on shit. I'm screaming. Like I said, it might be important to Cat, but we don't know about it, so why we had to know about it? We didn't know about it, so why we had to know about it?
Right.
That could have been a conversation after
they
they live. Like, hey, friend. Like, hey, friend, listen, I know this, that, and the third, but, you know, or just said nothing at all. Just move out the way.
Right. And then you call her in the middle of the lie that was bumping. Why you ain't call her? Motherfucking Yaima and been up on that panel 72 times and
7,200 times.
Why you ain't called the other times? It's giving you was a hater. You hating from the outside of the club because you couldn't even get in.
Live was bumping. She been on Dark Side 82 minutes. We didn't even know Yaima was there. I didn't even know she was there. She been there for the longest, from my understanding.
Yeah.
Under a name nobody recognized. What?
And the one time she get on a live that's bumping, oh no, drop her, kick her, get her off.
Yeah, that was crazy work to me.
That was. And it's giving hater.
Now, granted, Cat says she's not the one that messaged May. But still,
why
they
didn't message May before?
I don't know. Granted, you still went to someone during the live to complain about it, who then they went, I don't know. It just was, to me, it just.
Right. And it's given, if it was something that you was taking up with May, right? Why, if you're not the one that complained to May, why didn't you just wait to complain to May? Why did you have to take it amongst yourself right then in that moment to be so aggravated that Yaima was on that live that day of all days to complain to somebody else for them to complain to May?
I don't know. And it was just it wasn't like it was an interview. It was one day.
Girl. Didn't say nothing today. Yaima was up there talking about securing the interview.
I don't know. It was weird to me, but you know, to each their own. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that may sit with on the outside looking in that I would be like, bitch, she should never be fucking sitting with. Why they up here? Why she in her personal life? But this is the line.
You know what? Lady J never complains when I come up there, and you know she was mad that I talked about Rufus that time.
Oh yeah, about that dog. We better stop. Yeah. I found it interesting that Cat said that she thought about seeing an attorney. That gives me a clue. Oh, what she do? That she could. Well, we want to know. Was that deep? You could see an attorney.
Girl, everybody want to know.
Right, and why did someone else deliver the message of her feelings, child? It could have waited until the live was over. That's all my thing. Y'all could have waited. Or it could have said beforehand because this
You
ain't
could
new.
have addressed it. That means you had a problem with it all the other times and
Yeah,
didn't address it.
right. And them lives wasn't bumping like this live.
Yeah, this particular time.
This
You want
live was
to
bumping. We had Miss Nico up there, Yaima up there. They was up there doing their thing.
it was given you was jealous because don't nobody be coming to see you, Otis.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed up to see Yaima. That's what it's
They
giving.
showed up and showed out for Miss Nico and Yaima for
Yeah,
sure.
it's giving you was kind of jealous, friend, that when you come up there, the comments get dry.
Mm-hmm. Now
Woo!
I don't know about where Yaima is now, but at one point Yaima she could offer people like to come in, like because Yaima had an actual platform with people that would come tune in. So you can actually bring numbers to a live, like she adds value to the live.
Yes, she
Now I don't
does.
know about now. I don't know if she's still dumping down, but Yaima live used to be rocking and rolling.
And then a lot of people want to see if Yaima was gonna throw shade at me.
Yeah, they in there to see what's popping.
They want to see how they can spin the story. Oh, now because I heard her say X, Y, and Z. They was there for it.
Mm-hmm.
They was fucking there for it. Now, mind you, when Connie covered the Miss Nico live, it was dry, baby. It was boring. I'm not gonna lie.
What? Miss Nico used to be dumping.
Baby, it was given she was taking people's feelings into account. That's what it's giving.
Not keep Otis out of it, please. I'm screaming. Miss Nico lives used to be bumping. She used to have the internet buzzing. I don't know what happened to Miss Nico.
I don't know either. We'll have to pick Miss
Miss
Nico.
Nico, Judge Nico show up. Miss Nico had it dumping, like her own personality and all that stuff. I remember the one time she did a live where like, or something where she talked about like having anxiety or people talking about her. She allowed that. I couldn't believe like she allowed that. The personality that I took from Miss Nico, how she was, I was shocked. Like things like that got to her.
I will say in that live, because every live that I have seen that Miss Nico was on was kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. But
Recently?
in that live, I did see a little bit of her personality shine through. I'm not gonna lie.
Miss Nico had this internet thumping. I don't know if you ain't see her back in the day, but her lives used to be. I mean, she used to have hundreds and hundreds of people in her live. Like when she did her Judge Nico show, and she would put people on the docket. Man,
Hey, well, Miss Nico needed to crank it back up because she was dry than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. But in that last live, I will say in that live where Yaima got booted, I did see a little bit of her personality come out where it was like she had got uncomfortable, took her robe off, and was in the house. Even when she went to the dark side because somebody had called her Mr. Nico, baby, and she acclimated to the dark side. She said, "While you're calling me Mister, remember." I'm a bad bitch with no hormones.
Mm-hmm. Because when I first came around Miss Nico, I'm not gonna lie. Initially, I didn't know that Miss Nico was. I didn't know. I didn't know, and people was like, "How do you know?" I'm like, I didn't know.
I knew, but I think I knew because of her online presence. You get what I'm saying? Like I was greeted by her past presence before I ever met her.
Somebody said Miss Nico was acting timid or something. Something was off. It was boring. Miss Nico used to be giving vibes, okay?
Y'all, they said it too. That's what it feel like. It was off, like she was a little, I don't know, like she was in her shell, like she didn't want to offend people. That's what it was giving. It wasn't giving like what I had heard about. Like, well, you know.
Well, I guess it was a general sense. Most people feel like that.
Yeah. But she did. I seen a little side of it when she went up there and she went on the dark side. She got right into it, baby. She said.
See, somebody else said I didn't know at first either. I didn't know. I just thought she was a BBW.
Yeah. I mean, I knew, but like I said, it's probably because I knew of her online presence before I ever was introduced to her work.
Oh, got you. See, I only know of like what I know.
Yeah. So that's probably why I knew. But she could have just been like you said, a BBW. I don't, I ain't saying she a hard body. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. So no shade. I'm not saying she a hard body, but I knew because I knew of her before I knew her work. Well,
Yeah, no,
you
I get what you're saying. You had insight. I get what
yeah,
you're saying.
yeah. I had insight. You remember because I came onto the combo after after she had left. So I
Yeah.
knew,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, so I knew of her like I knew of her before I knew, before I had a chance to, envelop myself into her work and get an opinion of my own. And then I just never did. I never.
See, somebody else said I thought she was born a woman too. People silenced her to a degree. With her anxiety, it probably subdued her personality to be more chill. She mentioned people were saying she was loud at the start of the interview. Yeah, people made her subconscious, I guess, of herself. But that's why people left her. You're gonna always have people that don't like something. You
They better
can't
not be
please
talking about
everybody.
nobody loud as I am, honey. I don't think nobody louder than me.
Miss Nico, if you hear this line, bring back Jazz Nico and be your authentic self, baby. We
Please,
enjoyed it
girl. Because
thoroughly.
I need another loudmouth African American woman. So I won't be the only one. Shit.
We thoroughly enjoyed it. And you was making your coins. Don't let nobody suppress your money, honey.
For real. Do your rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Go to everybody panel, do your rounds, and then pop back out.
And I know her page kept getting messed with, though, like her monetization and stuff like that. So that might have been, a point to it too. But I used to love her lives.
Girl.
She used to do her thing.
People
Hey,
stop
call
your
out
Jackie
nonsense.
Jinko backup pages and go to work, honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Go home, Missy. I'm tired of hearing you snort. But anybody else wanted to come up before I get up on out of here? Because y'all know it's past my limitations. I've been here it's been longer than an hour. Y'all know I do an hour and I'll be out.
Oh my God, my lives be
I
so
almost
long.
ended it after 30 minutes.
My lives be so long. I gotta cut back my time on my lives. Ugh.
I be burnt out. It really. I'm like I remember a time where lives was super enjoyable for me, and I just wanted to. I be ready to go now.
I think it's because you remember we used to do the combo. You really used to enjoy doing the combo with us.
Child.
You did. You used to be like, "Come on, y'all want to go live?" We like, and we do.
Now I be like, Somebody said I've heard that's why MB doesn't get along with Miss Nico too well. MB is transphobic. They say, who was MB? Hey, call no nonsense. Who was MB? I know they ain't talking about Maybe. Who they call MB?
Wham, bitch, you burnt out.
Yeah, I'm burnt out.
I ain't gonna lie, I be so petty. May have put in there where all my old flames at. Why I went in the comments talking about wham, them bitches burnt out.
Wow. I'm so disappointed. I really thought she was serious about being by herself. I'm the only person that didn't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guess that's why people say what they say about me. I get it. If I didn't get it before, I get it now.
Captain say, don't cut your lives down. I'm going to cut it down. Y'all only getting an hour. I'm pulling the summer. I'll be on a 2-3 hours. Y'all getting summer lives.
Remember how she treated Eva?
I'll be on there showing the clips and everything.
Oh, what happened to Eva? I don't know what you're talking about, Missy. I be lost. I be forget old stuff. I gotta be like reminded. I remember Eva. She was the cutie pie that used to be on there getting on people's heads, baby. She ain't like me either. Nobody ain't like me apparently. Sad day for summer. Lord have mercy.
Wham, bitch, they burnt out.
Bye, all right, y'all. We getting up off of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully my message was understood. If you didn't understood, then I don't know what to tell you. It just missed you. Enjoy the rest of your night. Choose to be kind to people. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Love y'all. Bye.